What does the world actually look like after everything we've been talking about is fully built, not partially adopted, not early stage, not experimental, but fully integrated? A world where AI systems operate continuously, digital assets move instantly, and global infrastructure runs in real time. We are standing at the edge of the most significant shift in human history. Most people are trying to understand pieces. They look at a single cryptocurrency, a single AI model, or a single policy change, but very few people step back and look at the full picture. So in this video, we're not speculating, we're mapping the end state, the fully built digital economy. This is not a dream of the future, it is the blueprint of a reality that is already being coded into existence. We are crossing a threshold into a world that operates at the speed of light, governed by mathematics and optimized by intelligence. This world doesn't care about borders or old world barriers. It is building right beneath our feet every single second. The transition doesn't feel dramatic. There's no single Independence Day moment where everything changes overnight. Instead, systems get upgraded quietly, step by step. Banks integrate new rails, businesses adopt automation, governments modernize infrastructure. And over time, what used to feel new becomes standard. That's how system level change actually happens, not through disruption alone, but through gradual replacement. Imagine a city where the plumbing is replaced pipe by pipe while the water keeps running. That is the digital transition. It's happening beneath the surface of our daily lives, in the code that governs our transactions and the algorithms that manage our logistics. By the time the average person notices the change, the old world will already be a memory. This is the quiet revolution. It is designed to be seamless, to minimize friction for the user while fundamentally rewiring the foundation of society. Think back to the transition from steam to electricity. It didn't happen in a day. It happened factory by factory, home by home, until the world was illuminated. We are in that electrification phase of value and data right now. The infrastructure is being laid, and once the switch is flipped, there is no going back. In the fully built digital economy, money doesn't behave the same way. Transactions settle in seconds, not days. Cross-border payments don't require layers of intermediaries. Liquidity moves dynamically instead of being locked in place. This changes everything because when money moves faster, business moves faster. Capital rotates faster, opportunities appear and disappear faster. Speed becomes a competitive advantage, not just a convenience. Think about the friction in today's financial system, the days long waits for wire transfers, the hidden fees of currency exchange, the rigid boundaries of national banking. In the end game, those walls dissolve. Money becomes like data, fluid, instant, and borderless. This isn't just about faster apps, it's about a fundamental shift in how value is created and captured. We are moving from batch processing to real time settlement. XRP and similar protocols are the plumbing for this new world, allowing value to flow as freely as information flows on the internet today. This is liquidity on demand, the ability to access capital exactly when and where it is needed, without the overhead of traditional banking. The efficiency gains here are not incremental, they are exponential. To understand the power of this shift, look at XRP. It is a purpose-built protocol for the transfer of value. It doesn't try to be a store of value like gold or a consumer currency like a dollar. It is a bridge, a utility. By allowing different currencies and assets to be exchanged instantly, it solves the nostro vostro problem that traps trillions of dollars in stagnant accounts around the world. This is why institutions are paying attention. The protocol wins because it provides a universal language for value. In the digital economy, the protocol is the law. It ensures that transactions are immutable, transparent, and instant. It removes the human element of error and delay. When you own the bridge, you own the flow. This is the strategic positioning that most people miss. They focus on the price of the asset while the institutions focus on the utility of the protocol. The protocol is the moat of the future. In this system, assets are no longer limited by physical constraints. Real estate, equities, commodities, even intellectual property can exist in digital form. transferable, divisible, accessible. This doesn't just improve markets, it expands them because more participants can access assets in ways that weren't possible before. Imagine owning a fraction of a skyscraper in Tokyo or a piece of a rare artwork in Paris, all managed through your digital wallet. Tokenization turns the world's illiquid assets into liquid ones. It democratizes investment on a global scale. We are moving from a world of physical certificates and slow legal processes to a world of smart contracts and instant ownership verification. This is the financialization of everything. Every piece of value on Earth, from a patent to a carbon credit to a square foot of farmland, is being mapped to a digital ledger. This creates a hyper-efficient market where value can be traded 24/7, 365 days a year, with zero downtime and total transparency. The very concept of ownership is being upgraded to a digital-first model. While retail investors are debating the merits of different assets, the largest financial institutions on Earth are quietly pivoting. The Wall Street pivot is not a sudden announcement. It is a gradual migration of assets onto digital ledgers. Trillions of dollars in bonds, stocks, and derivatives are being tokenized. The goal is simple: efficiency and transparency. Institutions are moving toward atomic settlement, where the transfer of the asset and the payment happen simultaneously. This eliminates counterparty risk and frees up massive amounts of capital. The institutions aren't just adopting technology, they are rebuilding the entire financial stack on top of protocols like the XRP ledger and Ethereum. They are creating sovereign digital corridors that bypass the legacy systems of the past. This is the ultimate validation of the endgame. The big players are already positioning themselves inside the new system. Behind the scenes, AI systems handle the complexity, not in a futuristic abstract way, but in a practical operational way, managing workflows, optimizing transactions, detecting risk, allocating resources, and these systems operate continuously. No downtime, no delays. This creates an environment where decisions happen faster, systems respond in real time, and inefficiencies are reduced at scale. AI is the engine room of the new economy. It monitors global supply chains, predicts market shifts before they happen, and automates the thousands of micro decisions that keep a modern business running. But it goes further. We are entering the age of machine to machine commerce. Your electric car will negotiate its own charging price. Your smart home will sell excess solar energy back to the grid in real-time microtransactions. AI agents will act as autonomous economic actors, transacting on our behalf to optimize our lives. This is not about robots replacing people. It's about intelligence being woven into the fabric of every industry, making the entire system smarter, leaner, and infinitely more responsive. In a fully digital economy, identity becomes critical. Not just who you are, but what you're allowed to access. Your identity connects you to financial systems, platforms, services, and markets. And instead of fragmented verification, identity becomes unified and portable. This simplifies access, but it also introduces new questions about control, privacy, and governance. Your digital identity will be your passport to the world. It will carry your credentials, your reputation, and your permissions across different platforms seamlessly. But with that power comes a profound responsibility. Who owns that identity? How is it secured? We are moving towards self-sovereign identity, where you own your data and choose who can see it using zero-knowledge proofs. The struggle for control over digital identity will be one of the defining conflicts of the next decade. It is the gatekeeper to the digital world, and those who control it control the gates of participation. Without a secure, portable identity, you are a ghost in the new economy. One of the biggest changes is how nations interact. In the current world, systems are fragmented by borders, different platforms, standards, and regions. In the end game, systems become interoperable. They communicate, they integrate, they operate as part of a larger network. But this interoperability creates a new kind of power struggle, the protocol wars. Nations are no longer fighting just for territory. They are fighting for influence over the settlement layers of the global economy. The Internet of Value is the new high ground. When systems connect, value flows more freely, but it also follows the rules of the underlying code. Interoperability is the bridge to the future, but it is a bridge built on protocols. The silos of the past are breaking down, replaced by an interconnected web of value that operates as a single global organism. This is the final form of globalization, one that is digital first and protocol driven. The winner of the next century won't be the nation with the biggest army, but the one that controls the most efficient protocols. At this stage, infrastructure becomes everything, because once the system is built, everything depends on it. Settlement layers, data layers, AI systems, identity frameworks, these are not visible to most people, but they determine how the system functions. And the entities that operate at this level hold significant influence. We are talking about the foundation of modern civilization, the protocols and platforms that facilitate every trade, every message, and every interaction. This is why the plumbing of the digital economy matters so much. It's not just tech, it's power. Those who control the foundational stack control the flow of reality itself. In 2030, the most powerful entities on Earth won't be those with the most land, but those who operate the most essential nodes in the global digital network. The stack is the new geography. Work changes too, not eliminated, but redefined. Routine tasks become automated. Decision making becomes augmented by AI, and human value shifts towards strategy, creativity, oversight, and system level thinking. This doesn't reduce opportunity, it changes the type of opportunity available. We are moving away from manual and repetitive tasks toward high level coordination and vision. The workers of the future will be system pilots, guiding the AI and digital tools to achieve complex goals. It's a shift from doing to directing. The most valuable skill in 2030 will be system synthesis, the ability to understand and connect disparate digital systems to create new value. We are being liberated from the mundane to focus on the monumental. We are no longer tools. We are the masters of the tools. In this environment, competition evolves. It's no longer just about who has the most resources. It's about who understands systems, who adapts quickly, and who positions early. Because when systems move faster, advantage goes to those who can move with them. The giants of the past may find themselves agile, handicapped in a world that moves at the speed of light. New leaders will emerge, those who can synthesize data, navigate complex networks, and anticipate the needs of a digital first society. Adaptation is the only survival strategy. You must move at the speed of the protocol, or you will be left in the analog past. The moat of the future is not a physical wall, but a cognitive one. The ability to see the pattern before it is fully formed. Advantage goes to the early, the agile, and the informed. So this is the end game, not a single technology, not a single moment, but a fully integrated system where value moves instantly, systems operate continuously, and infrastructure defines outcomes. The shift we've been talking about isn't coming, it's building right now. Every day, more value is tokenized, more identity is digitized, and more infrastructure is upgraded. The roadmap to 2030 is clear. It is a journey from fragmentation to integration. The question is not whether this system will exist. The question is, will you understand it early enough to position yourself inside it? If you want deeper breakdowns on XRP, AI, and the digital economy, subscribe. And if you want a complete framework for understanding everything before 2030, mastering XRP, AI, and the digital economy before 2030, link in the description. Because the future isn't just something you watch, it's something you prepare for. Your preparation starts with understanding the full scope of this change. It's time to find your place in this new world. The end game is now.